Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tony Holowitz, and I want to talk to you about working with your Outlook screen, the view, what you see on the screen. Now, what I always find striking about Microsoft Outlook is the way you view it in comparison to other people. What I mean by that is you have a lot of options here. And to illustrate that, I'm going to come up here to the View tab. And when I click on the View tab, I have some options here. For example, I can decide how I want to see the emails. Now keep in mind over here is a preview of the email. So if I click on the email here, I see a preview of it here. Click on it, I can read it. Click on it, I can read it. But what my experience has been is sometimes when we're used to software in a certain way, you get used to things and you decide, do I want to see it this way or do I want to see it in a different way? So let me illustrate what I mean by that. By default, Outlook put the reading pane over here on the right-hand side. But I can come up here and I can click on this and I can say, you know what? I don't even want a reading pane. I'm just going to turn it off. So now I'm just seeing everything spread way across the screen. I can also have the reading pane on the bottom. And this is my personal preference. I don't know why. It's just something that I get used to. But now the reading pane is down here. I want to draw your attention way over here to the right, under where it says 9 a.m. There's this arrow right here. I'm going to click on this, and it makes this change. It makes it more information. So now what I can do is I can come down here, and I can drag right here up and down to make the preview area bigger or smaller. So it means I can see more of it. Now, the way you choose the layout is in large part, in my opinion, to the monitor resolution you use. The monitor resolution I'm using right now is 1366 by 768. That's 1366 pixels across, 768 pixels deep. If you have a different monitor resolution, you can see either more or less than what you're seeing on the screen right now. So that will have an impact. But also, I'm going to come up here to where it says message preview. And notice that when we look at a message right here, we see a little preview of it. I find that just takes up space and takes away from the view here. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to do all mailboxes. And now what it is when I look at my email up here, I see it's literally just one line. That's it. Also, you'll see it's broken up from today and then yesterday. So I can sort this by date. It just sort of groups them together. Again, I find that's just too much for me. So if I come up here to this area and click on the drop down, I'm going to tell it don't show it in groups. I can show it in groups based on who it's from, who it's to, the subject, the type, but I'm going to uncheck the show in groups, and now I've consolidated it even more. So now I just have one simple line, and now I find this easier on my eye. Now for you, it might be different. I want you to also observe when I see it down here in the body, I can reply down here, I can forward it, and I can also just simply click on this and then hit delete on my keyboard, or assuming I'm on the home tab, hit the delete item on the ribbon there and delete things. So the way you see this stuff, the way it looks, the way it feels can be changed to suit your needs. My experience has been we get used to a certain way and then it's just a matter of getting accustomed to that and keeping it the way you want it. So that's what I see when I see the view. Let's go look at a couple other things. Right here on the left, we have the folder pane where we have normal, minimized, off, favorites, options. I just ask you to go through some of this stuff and see what it is you like and don't like. There's also something called the to-do bar. In the to-do bar, I'm going to click here on the calendar, and now we have a new bar over here on the right-hand side. Let's go back to the to-do bar and let's do people. And we see other things down here for people. We can search for people. Let's do one more for the to-do bar and we'll do task. And these are things we're going to talk about later. To close these, you can just click on the X. Okay, so you have a lot of options here, and I think it really comes down to the way you get acclimated to Microsoft Outlook and the things you use in it. In fact, I think they give you almost too many options. So this is what I want to show you. I just wanted to illustrate a couple things as far as the view and the way you see it. This is the way I typically view it, and that's why for now I'm just going to leave it as is. As we go forward, I'm going to show you the next step, in my opinion, of working with Microsoft Outlook, and that is managing all the email we get in. So we've sent an email. I've showed you how to forward reply emails. We've put a signature in. But now let's assume that you've been working with email for a little while. But now the trick is, how do you deal with all that email? Because people tend to get a lot of email. And to me, that's what is probably the most important part of this course, is trying to teach you some strategies for dealing with email. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tony Holowitz, and I want to thank you so very much for being here. Have a great day. Bye now.